welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I am going to explain how to enable high-speed input and output and how to use. So let's start the video. This is our the FX5 CPU PLC and I'm going to RS and high-speed input output enables. So first of all, open your project and scroll down and close side you can see in parameter fx5 and second is module parameters. In module parameters go high speed input outputs and click click just to it and settings simply click in your like high speed counter and this is your input function. In inputs functions there are multiple stages like if you like high speed counter and pulse width measurements so you can enable based on your requirement. This is the first input setting general interrupt and high speed counters. Second is output function. In output function there are two options. First in positioning like for the servo motors and second is PWMs. Pulse width modulation and this is our the input check. When you click input check, this is your the response timing like x0. This is the default settings and you can see there is the attains inputs like 2 words data, 2 bytes data, and this is the authorizing is you can set based on your and this is the pulse gauge, also function available and high speed counters also available. So this is the output. In output settings, you also set like the pulse signs, clockwise, clear signals, pulse output, sign, clear sign. This is the 4 axis supported. Fix5U only support 4 axis. This is the inbuilt features. And the same as the PWM also supported differ 4 channels. And there is the another setting also in output function. There are positionings for the positioning functions to view other settings. Simply click detail settings and here you can see like axis when positioning data. In axis there are 4 axes. In separate axis they have multiple positionings, but in single axis there are 32 positionings. Here you can specify and define your axis. This is the control method. In control methods you can define your axis movement, axis speed and axis dx and dx. For settings simply click this is the speed method. This is the method to use for the axis movement like first is positioning, absolute, interrupt one speed, variable, interpolations and also. So if you are going to strings first, so this is the positionings like when you execute number one axis in axis number one positions, so how many pulses needs to move a drive. So this is the positioning address like how much you want to move over your drives PPI any one pulse per second. And this is dowel times. Here you can assign like your pulses PS like 20,000 moving trace like 200 pulses. These are the basic settings and quickly check notion and the same WM setting and PWM settings simply click use and not use. But when you click use, this function is enabled by 0 and this is the output positive logics. So simply click not click use. After that check have to check and the second is OK and again check functions click no errors and simply click apply. After that debug and go to Kano and rebuild all functions for checking if any errors or mistakes in during the compilation. There is no errors. Thank you guys.